All right. Well, welcome everybody. I'm so glad that you are here to learn a little bit more about the Equinox experience, this magical trip that we are going to be taking to the sacred land of Teotihuacan. My name is Andrea Blythe, creator of Let Love Rise, and I am here with
Chloe Pedalino of
and I'm
The
excited.
Source Within.
The source within, yes. So we were going to be your guides on this excursion, this really incredible experience to dive into the mysteries and the wisdom of the Toltecs in particular.
Yes,
This wisdom that many of you who are drawn to this perhaps are familiar with this ancient, not this ancient book, this book of ancient wisdom about the Toltecs, the four agreements and the principles within here. And they are birthed out of Teotihuacan. That's
yeah,
why
I
we're
don't think many
going.
people realize that the
No.
Toltec wisdom what originated literally in Teotihuacan, Mexico. And Teotihuacan, Mexico is a place where there is this incredible pyramid complex that is quite ancient
Yeah.
and is related to the Aztecs of that time.
Yeah, and the
My
sun and
understanding
the
is well.
moon. Yeah,
The sun and the
absolutely.
moon.
And so there's no better way to apply wisdom, like really to take what we're learning and to apply it than to go into the land and to enter into the experience. And so we
Absolutely.
chose the very auspicious date of the fall equinox because it is a powerful time as we're shifting our energies, moving from the playful nature of summer and moving into the fall season and just taking a time to check in with our balance, our energies, how we're doing, what's out of balance for us. We're also going to be in the middle of an eclipse season. So all of that will be discussed. That it will be part of what I'll be sharing while we are here. And the balancing of energies is also
Absolutely. And so, as you said, as we transition from summer, which is a time of experimentation, into fall, which is a
mm,
time of integration,
yeah.
that Andrea will be speaking more about in terms of the seasons and transitions, especially with the moon and the sun and the equinox and the eclipses. We'll also be doing some energy work around this and how do we rebalance our chakras and our energetic system and get ourselves prepared to kind of shed what no longer serves us energetically and release this through what we'll be doing in part during a rebirthing ceremony, which will be so beautiful.
I
And then we'll
cannot wait for
also
that. I
work
just got
on
goosebumps as you talk about this. I'm like so excited about. Go on.
I know, as am I. And then we're going to call in energy to align ourselves, especially on the equinox day,
Yeah.
with the pyramids and in alignment with certain astrological systems above us, as our, ancients did times before us. And they did so at this auspicious time of year for a particular reason.
Yeah.
So we're going to be shedding energy that doesn't serve us anymore. We're going to be calling in energy that's going to align us. I'm going to be teaching people about how do they take care of their energy just in general in life, in day
Yeah.
to day, at work, at home,
Right.
etc. How do we actually tune in and take care of our energy and protect it? We'll be talking about that so people can take that
Yeah.
tool home with them as
Yeah.
well.
Because I think that that's the thing, right? When you go on these incredible experiences that we'll all be sharing together in Teotihuacan, that's one thing, but it's the integration. It's that, like, how
Mhm.
do I, okay, when there's laundry to be done and kids to drive and shopping, like all of that, like, how do I also like carry this wisdom and internalize it? And so we have, as a part of our experience, a day of integration. I mean, and I think all the experiences that we're going to have from visiting the ancient capital, Tula, to the magnificent pyramid complexes at Teotihuacan, to exploring Mexico City, and then, oh my goodness, the hot springs.
The hot springs.
If you haven't seen a
People have
picture
to check
of
out
that,
photos for that.
check it out. I'm like, oh my gosh. So all of that's amazing, but of equal importance is we have this day of integration that we are offering where it's just like, okay, now, how are we going to take everything that we have been working towards and learning and understanding and balancing and feeling all the good vibe feels that we're going to be feeling? And then how do we carry it home with us? And how do we have these things in our tool belt to guide us when we are in our
Absolutely.
everyday lives? So,
Absolutely. And I think what you're talking about is like, what is this ideal trip? What is an ideal vacation? What is an ideal experience? And I
mhm,
think what we have created really is one that captures a lot of things. It captures adventure. It captures learning about history. It captures connecting
yeah,
to the land, to Gaia, which
yeah.
gives us downloads just by putting our feet
Mm,
in connecting
was
with the land and grounding in certain areas on earth. We are also, part of it is self growth
mm,
and self development, and that's going to be energetically, that's going to be interpersonally, that's going to be on multiple levels about learning about ourselves. And then what do we take away? Well, we take home, having this great adventure, having this great experience, having new connections, having new senses of community,
yes,
and having experienced so much in a 7-day period of time that
yeah.
you feel like you've lived more than you have
Right.
perhaps in,
Lifetimes, and perhaps
years
it
of your
will
life.
travel to lifetimes. And yes, and we will be
Right.
offering a pre-trip and a post-trip connecting call so that we can just get to know one another. And when the adventure is over, a new one begins. And so we are going to have a post call so that we can continue the conversation and continue to support you and see what comes up when we reintegrate back home. But we are just thrilled to share this incredible travel experiential, transformational travel experience with you. So if you have any
Of
questions, feel
course.
free to contact either of us. We are
Yeah.
thrilled to be your guides.
We are absolutely thrilled to be your guides and cannot wait to have you join us on this most magnificent experience. To learn more, we can check out letloverise.com for more about the retreats, or also the-sourcewithin.com to check out about the retreats as well. And I have a podcast, The Source Within, where we talk about some cool topics that might relate to this, such as ley lines and learning about how do we connect with the earth and how do we find these like magic portals that are all, it means that lines in the globe are intersecting in certain points. And certainly Teotihuacan is one of those. We'll also be talking about Toltec wisdom. And I know,
Yeah.
Andy, you've been talking about that with Let Love Rise. So
Yes.
much more to check out as well in prep for this trip, and cannot wait to have you all join us, and looking so forward to it.
Yes, me too. All right. See you in Teotihuacan.
See you